being an entrepreneur is very spiritual because you have to have faith in something nobody else can see. So you do not know if you're going to close this deal. You can work in hours and hours and hours for not knowing if it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And most people think, oh, being an entrepreneur is a sexy word we throw everywhere. I'm an entrepreneur. It's like, no, you're not. You're a solopreneur. You're self-employed. Calm down. Because being an entrepreneur is a whole different ball game. And you know what's the most competitive sport in the world? Sports. It's business. Why? Because business is very, very competitive. It's shrewd, it's hard, it's not easy, and high risk and high reward. And when you become the best in that space, then that means you're doing it very well. So when I was trying to get all these awards, and best entrepreneur, best CEO, was like purely just to prove to myself, yeah, I'm kicking ass. Okay. And I've never attempted to go in an award I didn't win. And I always find what's the hardest one. Like, because I remember I had the Guinness World Record, Entrepreneur of the Year, and in my business of the year, all in the same year. Same week, sorry.
Yeah.
Same week even. The same week. And when that happened, I wasn't surprised. Like, I knew it was going to happen. Because there is rules. There is steps and processes. You put this work, you put this much attention, you put this much focus, and it will come to you. Most people don't, you can't have a nice body eating pizza all day and watching TV.
Yeah.
You need to have the right diet, work out properly, cardio and rest and all the stuff. There is truths and rules to things to happen. And just because you feel that you are entitled or you deserve this means nothing to the real world. That's why people think they're entitled for things. And no, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, it's very powerful what you're saying. And in terms of doing the hard things, I think we live in a comfortable world in many parts of the world, right? The Western world, the UAE, I think there's a lot of things that make our lives easier. And still you're looking for the hard. Also that, it seems to be a conscious choice that you make, right? When did you become that person that wants do the hard thing?
I don't understand following for no reason. I don't understand I get the whole herd sheep movement. We're all doing this. I don't understand that. For me, I always stand up all my life. I always was different. And I realized early in my life that I don't care about that. People opinion, because if you take people opinion to pay rent with it, I can't do that. So why should that just control what I do in my life and how I do my life? Because they're gonna talk about me regardless. Oh, you're wearing this condo, you're wearing this. Like, listen, it's my life. How is me doing what I'm doing bothering your little life? And that's why I became not screw it. I'll do what I want to do with a level of respect and kindness to everybody. But then I will still do what I want to do. Because that's what I believe I need to do. Because I don't want to live my life with the what if, could have, should have. Because as a human, you only regret things you didn't do. If you do something is good, wonderful. If it's bad, it's an experience, it's a lesson. And I don't want to regret things I didn't do. So I just do them. What's the worst case scenario? I lose money? Cool. I break a leg? Okay, what else? Did he die? No. So continue going. You don't want to live life, 10 years from now, I wish I pushed harder, I wish I did this. You don't have that luxury. So yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, and still, I think in terms of just it may make you lonely at times. I don't know. Is that because if you feel like that's my way, right? How do you deal with that?
You can't expect to get what you get by having a lot of people around you. You can't expect I want to build an empire or I want to be the best and you carry everybody with you. You can't. You want to go far, you have to do it alone. And you have to be okay again. You know what's the most important relationship you have in life?
One with myself.
Exactly. It's not the destination, it's not the journey, it's the company. And the most important company is you and you. So are you good with yourself or not? And most people are not. Most people are their worst critics. You can't. You have to be your best friend. That's the only way. That's the only way to go there. And most people are they talk shit to themselves and they hate themselves. Like, why? You can't have war. You only have war with the world or yourself. You can't have both. Pick which war you want to be in. And every war in your life is won and lost in the space between your head. Here. So there. So get out of your perception and be in your perspective.